Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're doing another episode in our Legendary Empire campaign. So let's go ahead and get back in here. Last time we saw we can get a Confederation with Midland.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and do that
By
first.
Sigma's will, come in peace.
Just so there's a buff that gives 5 extra leadership to greatswords off of one of the buildings that they have. So that's why I want to do it first. Let's get that out of the way. We also grab Boris Todbringer. So he has his own legendary item. Okay, so it did pay off to wait on that. So let me see what we got here. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. Knights Panther Chapter House. Okay, I don't know where the other one is. There's another chapter house somewhere around here. It might be a Bretonia, maybe. I don't know. But we can get the Caribou Greatswords, which are a little more expensive. They do 60 on hit damage, though. Have 40 melee attack. Now, they don't get a bonus versus infantry, so that's important to note here, but they are very good. Now, with these types of units, you can only have 1 per army, but it does not count as any of the caps, I don't believe. So you get a free 1 per army, and it takes 4 turns to hire. So you really have to put a mule there to hire. A mule is something I refer to as when you put a lord in a town and you just hire a bunch of stuff with him. And then you just go transfer it over to another lord. So you don't have to sit there with your main army for 4 turns, which is very expensive. I mean, think of how much gold you're losing in terms of value. If you sit here with this army that's like 5,000 gold for 4 turns, it's 20,000 gold to hire stuff. So it's actually more cost efficient just to hire a lord, even though it costs you more money to do that. You can be productive with your main army. So once it gets later into the game and you're hiring bigger ticket units and things like that, it's just more efficient just to hire somebody just to recruit for you and then go hand it off later so that you can still make progress, you know, and advance your board state. Okay, but let's see. So we have the Caribou. You can hire greatswords. You still need an armory for that, although ironically, we don't need an armory for the Caribou greatswords, I don't believe. So our legendary unit. We can get Empire Knights here. Those require an armory. And those require an armory. But these Knights Panther, I'm trying to remember what was special about them. So they, Panther Standard, 15% magic resist, and then this is new, I don't remember seeing this before. And then minus 15% magic resist. Okay, that's pretty good, so that means they'll take more damage from my magic spells. Immune to Psych, they're 432. They do have the strong vigor and they're fast, so that's what I remember about them. They do get plus 10 versus large. So their charge bonus is lighter than the Knights of the Flaming Sun. They have less armor. They have a bronze shield instead of a silver shield. Leadership's about the same. Melee attack and defense are about the same. But they have that strong vigor. They also have diamond, if we want that, which is really extra 25% missile parry, which is decent. That's really if you want to stick in combat is the diamond, I believe. So they don't have whatever the lance stance, this, which is for charging, for shot cav. So yeah, we might hire some of these. It also gives extra recruit rank for everything, demigriffs as well. That means we could come in with like pretty high recruit rank demigriffs. I'm not sure how these count. They probably, what were the knights were special units. So I would like a couple of these. I do think that the vigor loss reduction is pretty huge, and they're fast. So they can get around and knock out enemy stuff. It says they have area attacks. Do they have great swords or something? There are sword cavalry. Okay, I didn't know they have area attacks. Well, that might actually make them pretty... That's awkward because they're anti-large instead of anti-infantry, but they have area attacks. It's sort of a weird combo, but... Anyways, I would like them. But we do have to get an armory, so we're going to need that in our main town first. Okay, we can get this, which is almost certainly worth Pistolier and Outrider units, growth, income, and most importantly, what's minus 3% for cav? I thought that was for infantry. What was for infantry? Was it the furs over here or for infantry? Okay, furs are infantry, and then the this stuff is for cav. Getting 3% off for cav could be a big deal, though. I don't know why I never upgraded this. I probably should have. It does give some gold, growth, recruit rank for pistolier and outriders. Yeah, it's just an oversight on my part. Well, we'll hold on because we need to. We're gonna have to pay a lot of money to upgrade other stuff. Okay, Boris, let's see what's up with him real quick. Vinland Rude Fang. Okay, so heals himself constantly. Okay, that's nice. White Cloak of Ulrich. Wow, that is nice. Minus 15 melee attack for everybody around you. I want that for sure on some of these guys over here when I'm about to do this fight. It's gonna be huge. Who's my highest ranked one? That's like my most defensive one. This guy has the items. Okay. Well, that means he's probably not gonna be able to get this cloak. Or will he? Wait, who has this thing? Oh, is it? Does Balthasar still have this? Yeah, I need to move that off of Balthasar. Okay, so let's see. White Cloak of Ulrich. Yeah, I want that. And then put this on him too. Okay, so we'll make this our specialty dude here. This is our main man. Okay, and then does Boris have any special skills? I think this is really fascinating that this is a lord that you can't hire, that he's a legendary lord that you can't hire, but he has some of this special stuff. God, that's about as trash as you can get. So they did waste 2 points on him, but I guess that's not that bad. Okay, this is standard set. We'll talk about that when we get to it. That's most normal lords have that. They have Imperial Griffin, hold the line. Quartermaster. Okay, so he just gets that item for fun. I think he's the only person that can wield that, though. Okay, but he doesn't have any other cool stuff about him. You did get militiamen and a bunch of this stuff. Wow, that's a lot of random stuff. Yeah, we're not getting that public order here right now.
Yes, son of Sigmar.
Whoa, they have bonus versus large? Must be a tech that he has or something. Oh, Knights of the White Wolf. Okay, so this is on this place. Okay, so Knights of the White Wolf are Hammer Cav. Oh, I remember these now. I remember these. Yes, they have a lot of, they have good armor, and they have armor piercing damage, which is rare. The other ones don't. And they're frenzied, so how fast are they? They're the slowest ones. They get 10 extra melee attack and extra weapon damage, and they hit like a truck. I mean, 60 is a lot for these kind of cav. But the problem is, I mean, they're competing with demigriffs, though. Demigriffs are way more expensive. So these want to stay in combat. They have a low charge bonus, but they have super heavy piercing, a lot of armor. Not like super heavy piercing, but pretty good compared to these. Now these are way more expensive, and I believe they are going to count as, oh god, I forgot they're also strong vigor. God, these things are so disgusting. They're so strong, I love it. But they are going to, there's going to be a limit. It's going to be a limit of 4 or 2. And then we get this thing at the very top, which is pretty cool. You get all of the awesome units up here, potentially, but it's tier 5, so we're not going to get it for a long time. Knights of the White Wolf. Oh, this is a... Oh, no. That's just Knights of the White Wolf. Okay, we've seen those. I thought that was another legendary unit. Okay. But realistically, yes, we do want to get this. Does this give extra? That doesn't give any bonus for hiring demigriffs like the other two do. But we'd like to get to that eventually. Okay, so what do we need here? We need to get rid of this. We might need to hire here, though. It's giving 225 per turn. What's public orders looking real rough here, though? Okay, so the question is, do we hire an extra lord? Or do we just kind of let this go for now? Oh, we can't get rid of him because he's legendary. So he does count as a legendary lord. So is he, he does not have indestructible or whatever, though. Alright, let's... Can we just replace him with somebody and then boot the other person? Let's do it that way. Let's just replace him with one of these free people.
The nation calls.
That's how you get around that. You just replace him and then you boot the person you replace him with. So I guess I'm really greedy. I kind of want to keep the money.
Ever vigilant.
But anyways, we do get the extra 5 leadership here. Let's go ahead and fight this and then we'll figure it out after that.
Wind of Shammon, I will.
Okay, daughter's starting to wake up, so we're gonna have to. This might be like a 45-minute episode. I thought she might sleep a little bit longer. I'm trying to sneak in one more episode. Okay, usually she takes like a 2 to 3 hour nap.
No peace, just
How tired she is.
By the comet.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, but I think we can do it. Put on this. It's probably wiser for them if they come out and meet us in the field, because I think if we get to get up on the rafters with all these great swords and just take them on a little bit at a time, if they can't swarm us, then I think we'll beat them. But I do need this to get up on the rafters, so we'll have to wait a
I
turn.
shall be victorious.
Okay, so we've got that. Grunt, Zent. Should be okay. We could upgrade that, but we pass on that. Isleheart. Okay, we're working on all this. This is public order as well, right? Yes. Okay. So what do we get for upgrading it? 15% movement. I don't think I want to pay that much. And Old Midland, how do we want to handle this? We're gonna have a rebellion here soon. Do we just... We can't get any extra walls until we get to tier 3, so that's out. None of these things are going to give amazing garrisons support. It does give 1 spearman and 1 free company to get public order. Corruption rating events are getting negative 20. I mean, if we do throw down a public order building, I think that it's already going to fall by then. So the question is, do I just let this Middenheim go and then come try to take it back later? And then try to protect Karaberg instead? I am much more interested in Karaberg than I am Middenheim. I'm very interested in this building. Just because of the recruit rank stuff as well. Like, it's public order, but the big one is the recruit rank on demigriffs. So it's going to be a little while, but... that gives a lot of public order, too. So we can get rid of this and just throw down, like, a guardhouse here and try to just hold that. Just give up Middenheim proper. Because I just don't think... I'm going to have to hire... I need to save up for these buildings that are going to come up in 4 turns. So I don't want to hire an extra army. I'm going to have to clean up Blackstone Post here and then take out the dwarves. So this is 1 turn, 2 turns, 3. And then if I really want to clean these guys out, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to be over here for a while. And these guys are
For orders all.
probably going to declare war on me soon. Maybe I'm being greedy. Maybe I do just drop in Carl over here and just hire a bunch of stuff and just try to defend it. It does have a really good garrison. Oh, it's 520 per turn. This does give extra public order also. And we can give him a bunch of public order things. Yeah, I guess let's just bring in Carl. Bring him in. Where? Oh.
I command here.
Because we are going to be gaining a lot of new property, and we're going to be winning fights, gaining gold over
I
there.
am Prince and Emperor.
Okay, and then let's load him up with everything public order I can possibly find. Burger. This. Knuckle burner. Noble. There's so many public order things. Oh my god. There's a +2 one down here too, isn't there? Or maybe he can't get it. Maybe that's only for heroes. Yeah. And then we'll put a militiaman on him. We might as well put some trade on him too, why not? Okay, so he naturally gives out 4 public order. And we can start leveling him up. Ward recruit rank, Imperial forces. Yeah, so he really wants to get Reichsguard, and he gets a lot of extra stuff for great swords too. So I mean, Karl is awesome, but you can't argue with like the Balthasar results, right? Like Karl's not going to get 1,000 kills versus the undead early on. So anyways, okay, so we got Captain Karl going here. Now we have to choose what do we want to do with Karaberg. We can, we want to keep this. I like the growth because I do want to level up my towns faster. I don't like getting rid of, you know, 300 gold per turn with the dies plus the gold here, but we got to get rid of some so that we can get this building for the extra public order and the ranks. So that's what we'll do. And then with Mindenheim, I suppose we'll just go ahead and hold on to this. Even though it is causing us public order problems, I guess we could throw down a tap room. How much are we getting? We're getting 1,000 gold from taxation. Maybe we do just throw down a tap room here. It will give us a slightly bigger garrison as well. Does this give public order? This does give public order, but we need to be tier 3 for that. Once again, I don't want to get rid of that money. I do need the money. But if I think about it this way, if I don't have to hire an army here, if I can just sit here with Karl, potentially, you know, then I'm saving, you know, whatever gold every turn, right? If I have to hire like an 8-stack army to deal with a rebellion, that's thousands and thousands of gold. So I guess if we look at it that way, then it is cost efficient. Go ahead and get rid of that and just throw down a tap room. So that's going to give us 4 public order in addition to what we already have 4, and then all of these incoming things are what? 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 extra public order over a few turns. So
Bring me to my men.
that should buy us some time for sure. And we could maybe bring over one of those. Can I hire another one of those dudes yet? I don't think I can, right? Captain, no, we're tapped out on the captains. We can get one of these guys and throw down some public order. Plus 10 income from all buildings in a province. I mean, that pays for it by itself, right? I mean, yeah, I get 170 gold off of that if I have him sit here. He only costs 120. Okay.
Let us forge our faith.
Now, what is his passive? He does replenish troops and stimulate growth. Okay, so we do get the extra 10 growth here, which is nice. Okay, so I guess we'll hold on to this. Do we go ahead and grab that for the cavalry stuff? Do we want to keep that? It's greedy. It's very greedy to keep that because if these guys come attack us, it's going to be a problem.
I serve Sigma.
I do want the growth. Cavalry discount rate is definitely real when I start getting some demigriffs and other stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it. We can delete it if we need to down the road. Okay, so we're sieging with that. This Hawklands
Approach and make your offer.
don't like us too much.
But I make no promises to my
Go ahead and
assent.
trade with them. Yeah, I mean, because I have a bunch of other stuff I need to deal with right now. I can fight Hawkland later.
I will not obey.
It's fine. If you don't like it, we'll just kill you down the line. No big deal.
So,
Surely an agreement will be reached. But are we not all sons of Sigma?
I think you're gonna die because you're on my property unless you back up. They only have one settlement.
The
Wow.
Empire.
So this is all they have left. Yeah, because they lost everything in Kislev over here. The fools tried to
calls?
fight Kislev.
welcome, my countrymen.
I don't want that property. That's too close to vampire counts. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, there's no one else's property. I really,
What?
By Sigma's will, come in.
really want that much right now. Balthasar kind of likes us because we're fighting a lot of the stuff. Oh, poor Balthasar.
Lord.
Y'all are about to get worked.
Valiant Lord.
These
Lord
guys
of
do have some
Mortonia.
ports. I like ports.
Protector of the realm.
I think I just kill all the Bretonians. I don't know. I really want that sea region here so I can trade with mostly High Elves, but we'll see. High Elves might go hostile with me. I don't know. I've never gone over there. I don't think I've played Empire in Warhammer 2. Pretty sure. Okay, so Gorcel. We do need to upgrade this because we need walls desperately. Let's do that. If we need to cancel it, we can once again. Okay. So we'll get our good fight in against Vampire Counts next episode. Go over here, try to complete that quest. We're being really greedy, not hiring anything with Carl also. That might come to bite us if they go hostile with us, like right now, and siege us. Settlement besieged. Blackstone Post, Northern Grey Mountain. Oh, that's we siege that, yes. Man, I really want to go back and play Shadow of the Horned Rat. And probably have some rosy tinted glasses from being a lot younger when I played it, not being being kind of spoiled today by like Total War standards. Like the combat wasn't nearly as good back then as it is these days, but okay, so they're actually doing the smart thing and sallying out on us, which is going to make this a lot harder. Because now they can get this surround on us. But we beat them last time. I don't know, like these units are stronger though. Like this black coach is potentially going to be an issue. We could just auto-resolve it, but I don't want to do that. It's going to be a lot harder than that's implying. We could actually die here. It's possible. How many bats do they have? 2 bats. Okay, so that shouldn't threaten Balthasar. Do I have one more of these guys this time? These dudes are pretty tough. Poison. They have a lot of regeneration, so it's going to make it difficult to take them down. Bunch of skeletons. I mean, we're going to have to run all these guys out into their skeletons probably and see how many we can soak up with these dudes. And then just spam Balthasar spells. Just let him do his thing. Let the mortars fire on him and then try to protect the back line. These dudes are tough too. I mean, these ghouls are good in long fights because of their poison, and they have 2 Cairn Wraiths. Well, I mean, we got to do it. We can't back up. The backup, they're just going to do this every time we try to siege it. They're going to sally out on us. Unless we don't go for the climbing and just like... I mean, I guess we could back up and then attack it next turn on the first turn. But then we won't have the siege towers. We can still break the door down with the mortars, though. It's probably going to take a little bit to do that, but... I might actually do that. Because I'm a little scared to take this on. Because of what happened last time. I feel like this army is even better than what they had last time. And we're down 1 greatsword. And we traded it for one of these guys, which is not a good trade against undead. So... yeah, they have 2 Cairn Wraiths this time. They have this Black Coach, which is terrible in a siege, but really good in open field. They have an extra vampire who's very strong. This guy's very strong. So much regeneration. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to retreat from this. Now, hopefully we don't take attrition here. We'll see. No, we ran into unvampiric territory. So yeah, we're just going to have to siege him on the first turn and not let them sally out on us. It's one of those few times where you want them to have walls. Because that's going to change their behavior a little bit. Okay, he's probably going to come down here and kill these guys now first before he messes with me. I fully suspect he's going to mess with me at some point soon. But yeah, he's being pretty smart. He's going for the people he's already at war with. Yeah, she's just hanging out reading in her crib. So that's fine. Okay, so after we finish this, then we'll go to the store. We actually didn't end up going to the store earlier. We just kind of... I played around with her a little bit. And then she's just getting really, really grumpy. I think she's got like some teeth coming in. Just kind of the rainy weather just sort of makes her tired too. Austin's going to get burned, but can't really help him out too much with that. I mean, Wiesen is the main place left that I would like to confederate with, potentially. Now, Hawkwind did take over... Okay, fishing fleet, good. Okay, so we're getting a rebellion next turn, so we need to... I thought there were some beastmen that, like, spawned on my property. Are they just, like, chilling? Or... yeah, maybe not.
Warrior of Sigmar.
Why is Hawkwind coming way over here for this? I have to go fight Hawkwind if I want to complete this province.
Yes.
Okay, take 2.
By the comet. I am the Supreme Patriarch.
They might say, well, that's goofy. Why are you coming back in here? The reason is I have artillery, so I can attack them. I can force them to be behind those walls. And that's going to benefit me, I think. So we'll just go ahead and fight it. Ooh, hold on. Which stance am I in? I'm not in channeling stance, I don't think. I need to be in channeling stance. Right?
I shall be victorious! Ulrich's will!
Oh, it's not going to let us channel. Now we can go for this. Why won't it let us channel? I thought you could channel for free. That's awkward. Maybe we can like break siege and then go back in and attack them again. So channeling would give us 10% miscast chance, which is actually very relevant, and then 25 Winds of Magic, which is 5 hounds. Golden hounds, which is very good, obviously. At the exchange of 3 melee attack. I think I'd rather have 5 more golden hounds, honestly. How's the Winds of Magic looking here? Pretty good. Our artillery and our missile troops, like, getting extra ammo and all that is good. We only have 3 crossbows though, and these are like, they're good. They're gonna get like 500 or 600 kills, but I still think that having more magic might be better. Even though it does lower the melee attack by 3, which is definitely relevant. So this is gonna be a really long fight. Okay, let's just go with that.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Since it doesn't have any drawbacks. Okay, it's gonna be scary. Now you might say, well, you know, the AI is dumb. They could just run out on you and surround you anyways. That's not the same thing, though, because they're going to have to go through that small little choke point of their doors to do that. Now, yeah, maybe they could come out from both doors and go for a surround, but I would still be able to probably meet them at the portcullis there. Or not portcullis, but at their gates. So they very rarely sally out. Even in the worst case scenario, their towers would be hitting their own units in the back. Okay, arrow slits. That's what I'm looking at. I was like, I really hope it's not cannonballs. Or like huge AoE stuff. Okay, so 2 in the corner, 2 in the corner.
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Alright.
By Ulrich's wrath! Yes, sir! Missiles ready! Standing by!
Okay, we want to put some of these dudes up front.
Listen! We are Sigma's heirs! Steady, men! State troops ready!
I want to hide these kind of in the back, so we're going to need a lot of the infantry power to deal with these dudes.
Bombardiers! By Ulrich's wrath!
Ready to serve!
We want to kind of hide this stuff in the back, so hopefully they don't target it.
For Heldenhammer!
Okay.
By my will alone!
And our overall strategy here is we need to knock out these towers first, We could try to climb up on the rafters, but we're going to be exhausted if we do that. So we want to just knock out the towers and try to knock out the doors if we can. And I'm just going to spam stuff on them, try to fire on them with these. I mean, it's going to be a tough fight for sure.
Listen up! Yes, General! We are ready! My Joe Maraz! My Marina, listen!
The Empire endures!
Ready for war! Quick march!
Moving faster! To battle! Haste goes magic! At speed!
What did they cast on me? I can't even see where it
No
is.
lingering!
Listen up! Take the ground!
Moving now! Take position! Take the ground! Formation, march!
Missiles at the ready! We serve the Emperor!
Go!
For the Emperor! Go! Heading out!
Ready for war!
By Karl Maraz! Captain of the Empire! Go!
To battle! Quick march! Armor melts! Take position!
Ready for war! Take the ground! Missile infantry! Swords!
For Heldenhammer!
Marina, guide our aim! Our weapons are yours! At speed! At speed!
Moving now! Go! At speed!
The thing is, they can heal a lot of that stuff too, which is really annoying. That can do all that damage, but they can also heal a lot of it.
They'll never move again! Moving! On way!
Crossbows ready, General! Spot us the target!
Moving faster!
To battle! Moving now!
Okay, well, if they're not gonna...
Crew to cannons!
I am supreme! No lingering!
The Empire endures! Take position! Cannons
They
fire!
got fire on that. It's gonna be really annoying if they won't hit this
Yes,
door.
sir, quickly! Strike that machine! Mortar!
Can we hit the wall then?
Understood!
Take the ground! Feel my fire! Formation, march! Moving now!
Can we just blow up the door? It's gonna take a while to blow up that door,
Quick march!
but
Captain of the Empire!
Go! March! Take the ground!
Mortar!
maybe it's better. I don't know. I'm gonna waste so many shots trying to knock out that wall. Maybe it's better if we just do this and then climb the wall. Just try to thin out their numbers a ton with the mortar.
Ulrich's wrath on them!
Yes, my lord!
I am master of Shadow!
Get rid of some of those raids if we can.
Moving faster!
We gotta have something out here to soak these shots because our mortars are getting busted up now.
On our way! Ready for war! I'll ready the men! I speak, you act!
The Empire endures! Haste goes magic!
So he's gonna have to come up here and soak this.
Mortar!
need to kill those ghouls. Is what I really want to kill.
By Ulrich's wrath!
They'll never move again.
Killed over 1,000 units so far. If they just want to keep firing on these dudes, that's fine with that stuff.
Affirmative! Feel at speed! To battle!
We are Sigmar's heirs! For Sigmar! Ah!
Damn it, they turned this back on.
Bring it down!
That's annoying.
I am master of Shamon.
Don't miss fire!
Take position! Ready for war!
Awaiting orders! We obey! Mortar!
Actually, let's fire on those. That's probably fine.
My orders stand! See to it!
See to it! Armor melts!
Great swords! By Ulrich's wrath! Agreed! No lingering!
We are Sigmar's heirs!
What do you bid? At speed! Shoot! Missiles at the ready! Fire!
No lingering! Haste, go ahead! At speed! Moving now! Take the ground!
For Heldenhammer!
Sigmar calls!
Moving now! To battle! I speak, you act!
For Heldenhammer! Quick march! Formation, march!
Spin these boys up as much as we can. Those are skeleton warriors.
Feel my fire! Find the enemy! To battle! Take position!
Yes, sir!
Ready!
Ready! Sigma calls! No lingering!
war!
Crossbows ready, General! Great swords! Moving now!
What? Detachments move! Armor take the ground!
We're Sigmar's heirs! Now! For Heldenhammer!
Take position! Moving now!
Great swords!
Boys, you got a good view here? Get up
Quick
there.
march! For Heldenhammer!
State troops ready!
Climb!
We are Sigmar's heirs!
So we got gunned down by something. What? Bats on him? Why can't we fire? Hello?
Cavalry ready!
Let's go up here.
Yes, sir! Quickly!
Are we out of ammo? Yeah, we're out of ammo. Okay, fair enough.
The Empire endures! No lingering! Formation, march!
I'll ready the men!
I am master of shambles!
Thin out as much as we can. All of our dudes.
Go!
Where's their vampire? Did we kill him?
We are Sigmar's heirs! I am master of shambles!
No, there he is.
Attack! Ah!
The Empire endures!
For Heldenhammer!
Captain of the Empire!
Ulrich's wrath on them! Moving faster!
Freaking vampires
Captain
armored
of
up
the
there.
Empire!
To battle!
On my command!
Great swords!
None shall live! Don't let the zombies fight! We will kill
No!
them all!
Quick march! Haste gold measure!
Oh, that's a
Let's go!
thing. Okay.
Move out!
They are using
They will never move again!
Yes, General!
Balthasar Gelt!
By Ulrich's wrath!
Fallen staff!
Climbing the wall, sir! The Empire endures! You can die when we have the war! Take their heads! For the
My knights are getting
Heldenhammer!
destroyed.
For Heldenhammer! To battle!
Emperor's might! Outriders! Taking position!
Go! Feel my fire! Moving out!
Trying to kill as many, like just thin them out as much as we possibly
Ready
can.
for war!
Show us the foe!
Sigmar!
At an order! Blood of our heirs! An order! Listen up! Agreed!
The Empire endures! Yes! I am master of Shamon! Moving faster!
He's gonna have like 2,000 kills. This fight.
Swords!
Okay, we think we've almost got their lord here.
Now we strike! Forward, men! Soldiers of the Empire!
I think we did kill their lord or one of them.
I speak, you act!
Spearmen!
Water! Move
Kill our
out!
mortars.
No lingering! Send us out!
It's gonna be annoying.
No lingering!
I mean, it doesn't matter so much for this fight, but
Armor melted! At speed!
is yours! Great swords!
Lord of metal!
For Heldenhammer!
As long as we draw
I speak, you act! For Heldenhammer!
This is where like having some healing would come in and be pretty
Bow
nice.
before me!
I don't know, like killing 300 units every time seems pretty good too. Like 300 units for 5 magic. Seems decent.
We are Sigma's heirs!
crossbowmen!
Spearmen! Climb! Outriders! Stop! Engage! To us, the foe!
Great swords!
I am supreme! No lingering! They'll never move again! Take position! Take
I'm not
the
overcasting
ground!
it or like double casting it because I don't want to take miscast chance. I think we miscasted a couple of times maybe. We took some hits from some spells they use on this boat.
The Empire endures! Now! My orders stand!
Exhausted, very tired, very tired. Okay, so we can just wait until we get all of our vigor back, pretty much. We can come open these gates too
Yes!
here in a little bit and let our horses in.
We await your orders!
Great swords!
Swordsmen!
Ready for war! Go! I am master of shadow! To battle! Formation, march!
Great swords! Now!
So yeah, I mean, it takes all of their vigor basically to climb up the walls, but you can get your vigor back. It just takes a little bit of time.
Ulrich's wrath on them! At speed! Feel my fire! Volan staff!
Okay, somebody just got wiped out. I'm not sure who it was, but I assume it's
Take
maybe
the
like
ground!
it was a mortar. Really annoying. That means we're gonna have to go back home to buy more mortars. Most likely.
Balthasar Gate! To battle! Armor melts! Formation, march!
Casting it on the first unit because the rest of them are probably gonna run through it as they rotate over.
Take position! For Heldenhammer!
The hounds get so much more kills than Searing Doom. If you have forever to cast, you know, because this can be a long fight. If it's like, you know, if we're getting surrounded, sometimes you just have to cast Searing Doom, you know. So we're just waiting on our vigor here. And then we're gonna come down once we're fresh.
Ready for war!
We are Sigma's heirs! Haste your magic!
We're
Great
fresh.
swords!
Let's get in here.
Yes,
Oh,
General!
what is this? Oh, there are some zombies out here. I didn't even realize.
War! Great swords! Ivorina, listen! Formation, march!
Moving now! No lingering!
I'm gonna save a little bit for Plague of Rats. Okay, so we just took a miscast there. So we've miscasted like all of our health down, basically. But we've also killed 2,400 units. We've killed like 8 battalions or something off of just him. Now, yeah, they are a lot of zombies and spears and stuff like that,
Listen up! Battle awaits!
but even given that, that's still killing like a lot, like 8 to 10 battalions by himself.
Ready for war!
I want to save the last one for Plague of Rust so we can take down the war a little bit easier. He's still going to be tricky to deal with,
Swordsman!
probably.
Great swords! Halberdiers!
I think he counts as large, though. I don't remember if he does or not. He looks large. I think he's kind of like on the second upgrade critically, so I think halberds will do a bonus to him. We're on time. We're getting pretty close on time.
Quick march! Spearmen! Take the ground! Zombies bite! Sigma! By Ulrich's wrath! Great swords! Take position! Yes, my lord! Show us the foe! At speed! Formation march! Hurry! Swordsman! Steady, men! On my command! No lingering!
We'll leave one more over here to tear them up.
Our weapons
These guys
are
can come over here.
yours! Great swords! Ready for war! Moving now! Halberdiers! Take the ground! We are yes, sir! Quickly!
The Empire endures!
Great swords! Now! Quick march! I'll ready the men! On my command! The Empire endures! Understood! Soldiers of the Empire!
Bow before me!
Ready for war! For Heldenhammer!
Let's bring these dudes in here.
Take the ground! Steady, men! Obey! By Ulrich's wrath! Obey! Very well!
Very well! Go! Moving faster!
Great swords!
Let's flank some over here.
No
We're getting kind
lingering!
of pumped up. Let's.
Take position! Slay the vermin! For Heldenhammer! We are Sigmar's heirs! Take their
For
heads!
the Empire! I am master of Shamon. Taste gold magic.
Henrik just got back! Understood! Get them!
Henrik just got back up.
Sigma! Formation! March! Charge!
Alright, so we carved up these
Yes,
little
sir.
ghouls and zombies down here. This is a pretty epic fight.
By my will alone!
Kill everything! Ready for war! Attack! Halberdiers, take position!
Wait, is that an additional ward? They have 2 of these? Oh, that's the Black Coach.
For France!
Balthasar get!
Fight him! Fight for our
Heal by
Sigma demands blood! Go! Moving now! Outriders! Taking position! We serve the Emperor!
Can we fire on this thing?
Limber weapons! General, take the ground! At speed!
I want to kill the coach, because the coach gives all kinds of buffs. I mean, killing their lord's pretty good, too. Since this thing is kind of large, I think my outriders might be able to fire on it.
Emperor's mercy on all of
Not
us!
sure. Yeah.
Bring them to their knees! Sigma call! See to it! My orders stand! We are Sigma's heirs! Smash them aside! For the Emperor!
Poland stop!
Great swords! I speak, you act!
Formation, march! Haste gold magic.
We obey! As long as
For
we are
Heldenhammer!
How many did he end up killing? 2,300.
ready for war! They are wavering! No lingering! Sigma guides us! Swordsman!
I love how they don't run, like they're completely surrounded by great swords.
Behold! The silver hammer! Sigma guides us!
At speed!
For the Warhammer! Hold and drive!
Alright, we got him. Yeah, those great swords carved them up. They just don't have any way to get through that armor. Like, the great swords are gonna have, 20 more melee defense than they have melee attack, most likely. And so they're gonna have like a 15% chance to hit, 25% chance to hit. And if they do hit me, their damage is gonna get reduced by 55% or something like that, something crazy. Those towers may have killed my mortars. We'll see. It's going to be really annoying if they do, because then I'm going to have to go back home and hire more. They killed one of them. I should have moved them up more eventually so they weren't getting targeted by the towers.
By the comet!
That's a pretty cool one. What is that? Negative 24 leadership and minus 20% vigor. That's pretty good. Now, White Cloak of Bulwark. Okay, yeah. That was lowering their melee attack even more. So yeah, they probably had like a 15% chance to hit me. Wherever he was. And then where's that scroll thing? They have a high miscast chance. I think it's this guy has it, right? Yeah, this thing. Yeah, I didn't see the ability to use this multiple times in a fight. Because I was clicking on all of them. Maybe I don't know. Okay. Killed him.
Paladin of Britonia.
cost? Okay, so extra swordsman, greatsword, and knight units. Minus 3% for swordsman, greatswords, and knight units. Does that include demigryph knights? I don't know. Yeah, that definitely will be handy. Did we complete the quest for iron yet? Successful assassination attempt. Okay, so we need to try to assassinate someone. Okay. So we need to try to assassinate. We can try to get this guy over here. Southern Oblast, we're working on that. Carrick Ungor, where's... Okay, so Carrick Ungor's over here, and where is Oblast or whatever? Southern Oblast is over here. Okay, so we're going to be able to pick up both of those on the way. Nice. Alright, so we got this territory. Let's go ahead and tax it and just get this rebellion out of the way. So we're not going to need this, I don't think. I mean, it is nice to be able to have 2 more greatswords, but there's just the capacity to hire 2 more greatswords. But at the same time, we're going to need public order here. If we're going to try to do this at all and hold this property, we're going to need public order. How are we getting Osmosis 1? That must be from the Bretonians. Untainted. Local populace is only 1. Okay, so we could do... Okay, we've already got one of these here, so we don't need that. I guess we just go for the tap room. We're mostly holding this because it has a lot of resources on this province. Each node has more resources, so... And just to get the undead out of there. So, this does suck because now we need to go try to kill these dwarves, but one of our biggest assets against the dwarves is mortar. And we just lost one of our mortars.
For the wisdom of Valea.
What do you want?
We have 22 plus... So it's 28. And they're going to have like 35 units. And these are high quality units. These are not like zombie garbage. Like, dwarves in general are really strong, so I don't even know if we want to pick a fight with these guys. I kind of wanted to, but now I'm kind of scared. They also are magic resistant, so
My axe
our
for
sort of
war.
antics with the hounds are not going to work. It does work with Purple Sun with the vampire counts in a campaign I was doing on the side, because that lowers their resist by 25%. But I don't think Hounds does that. There was something that I had that, like an item or something that lowered magic resist, I believe, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was, was it the thing this dude has? This White Cloak of Ulrich. No. There was something that lowered magic resist, but I don't know what it is. It's not one of his spells. I don't think any of his spells do that. No. We need demigryphs. Demigryphs will completely blow those dwarves away. Okay, we might need to hire a lord here just to mule us in a couple of mortars. And go take out Artois. The problem is now, like, to complete this province, though, we're going to have to fight Hawkland. And we're likely going to have to fight these guys pretty soon. How is this looking? This is actually getting kind of manageable because we put 1,000,000 public order here. Corruption's looking rough. I mean, we might be better suited just by putting in one of these things to counteract the corruption. There's 6. But a lot of that comes from those units. Blackstone. How much is coming from characters, though? Corruption's -10, but it's going down to almost 0. I don't know. We'll figure it out next turn what we're going to do. So our options are we could try to fight the dwarves, which is
For
looking
the
like
wisdom
really
of
hard
Valea.
until I get to tier 4, which is coming up. But might have to chill on that for a little bit before we can complete this province. We're likely going to need to throw down a public order building here. I do want the iron, but we might get rid of this. Throw down public order, throw down the iron, get some more trade going.
My axe thirsts for war.
What do these guys have? They
For
have
the wisdom of Valea.
great swords should mow these guys down. I mean, mow is a strong word, but they don't have... These guys are armor piercing, actually. Quite a bit of armor piercing, so they might be able to deal with the great swords. 39, 47, so that's... What, 86 total melee attack and
The
defense.
nation
These
calls.
are 70, 81 plus 8, 89. So it's very close on the melee attack and defense. These have 26 piercing though, total of 34 piercing. But didn't these have like
My axe
20-something
thirsts
piercing?
for war.
These have 21 piercing. I had 30, what was it, 31, something like that. So I mean, obviously great swords are stronger, but they're not like that much worse than it would appear.
You summon me.
They do have a bit more HP. They do have area attacks, which is something the dwarves don't have. They do have more armor. A little bit more armor. So they'll kill normal dwarves, but it's the other ones that we're worried about. The armor-piercing ones. The anti-infantry big demigriffs should absolutely obliterate them, though. Oh my god, Sadie? She knocked over this blanket, made a huge noise. Devastating charge. Leave no one behind alive. That's the guy, the Steel Faith guy. I don't know where he lives. It's somewhere in Europe. But occasionally the grammar is a little off. I'm not sure where in Europe it is, but I think English might be his secondary language. He's really good at it, but sometimes like the grammar stuff is a little off in some of the posts. As an English professor in the United States, my grammar's off too sometimes, but that's fine. Yeah, bonus versus infantry 25. But yeah, I mean, these things have some of the biggest charge in the game. They weigh a ton. There's 24 of them, so yeah, they just completely... Now, their charge bonus is not massive, but their weight, because charge takes into account your momentum, your weight, and the charge bonus when you hit. But yeah, they have a massive charge bonus. Bigger loss. Yeah, I think these will mow them down for sure. Huge armor piercing, 25 versus infantry, so they're going to have 70 melee attack. Huge armor, silver shields, really fast, 76. Vigor loss reduction. They earn every penny of that 640 cost there. So I think once we get 1 or 2 demigriffs, maybe a bit more cavalry. Cavalry in general is very good against dwarfs because they're only real like good anti-large or slayers. And you can play around those very easily. You can just charge cycle them. Just knock them over and over again. I don't even remember if they have charge defense. But yeah, you can out-micro those slayers. So we'll probably grab, before we fight the dwarves, we'll probably try to grab a couple of demigriffs, and then we might grab some of those either Chapter House Knights or... I mean, Reichsguard would be pretty good too. I'll have to compare them and see against the Chapter House Knights. Because these guys, I mean, they are pretty good. These have some of the highest melee defense. Pretty good weapon strength. They don't have piercing, though. But they do charge and hit pretty hard. And you do get a lot of, like, bonuses for them in Reichland. They only take 1 turn to recruit. You can hire a lot of them. Upkeep discount. A lot of recruit ranks. You get +5 on them. So we could probably recruit them at rank 9. Because the Chapter House Knights from those other 2 things, those other 2 buildings, are going to give us a total of +4 for all Chapter Knights. So we can probably bring in the Reichsguard at rank 9. Which means maybe, I don't know, I had said I didn't want to get this stuff. I mean, charge bonus and armor is like, it's not that great. This is at least weapon damage and armor, and it's demigriffs and greatswords, which are like my 2 bread and butter units. But like maybe, what is this? Physical resist for greatswords, halberdiers, Reichsguard, demigriffs, Knights of the Blazing Sun. Yes, that is really good. That is great. that might be the best bonus that I've seen. It's certainly one of the best. Physical resist, melee attack, and melee defense for just a ton of your top tier units. I'm all about it. It says Knights of the Blazing Sun. I assume that also applies to Panther Knights and the other Knights as well. But yeah, so we need to, with our next point, probably get Taste of Battle if we want to get Reichsguard Knights. But we'll figure all that out next time. But we're going to need a bit more spice before we go after those dwarves, because dwarves are for real. They've been buffed quite a bit in Steel Faith.
For the wisdom of the land,
Even those low tier dwarfs are a menace to take down. They just have so much armor, melee defense, and there's just a hell of a lot of them. There's like 35 of them here, and we had a hard time with 35 undead over here. Like, that was a close fight. So we need to come correct if we're gonna try to fight them. Okay, so we might dip back. Maybe we go take out Castle Artois while we wait. We'll see. We'll figure it out next time. But anyways, thank you very much. As always, I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it as well. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did. Tell your friends about it. If you know anyone else that would like some good Warhammer content, be sure to stop by the stream sometime. Starts around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most nights, if you want to show your support, leave a like and subscribe there as well. That helps out a ton. And excuse me, I try to be really conversational, even though you know, I'm usually streaming League. I'm happy to answer any Total War questions that you have, or if you have some suggestions for content you would like to see, or you just want to chat, just talk about your day, you know, talk about current state of Total War or Warhammer, or share some lore with us. Whatever you want to do, we're happy to have you along. Come on in. We have a wonderful, super friendly community. Like I said, I try to be as conversation as possible. Even when I'm in the middle of a game, I'm always trying to look over to see if I can, you know, interact with the chat as much as I can. But that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Be sure to stay tuned for the next episode, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.